What's poppin', guys? PTB come back at you again with another freaking dope ass video. Alright, man. So, as I told you, I will be doing a special today. This is a special called the Deftones tier list. That's right, you heard me right. I've added the most brutal Deftones albums of all time, which is basically all of them. And I've compiled them into a list, and I will be rating them from S tier to F tier. If you haven't already, man, go check out my buddy and his girlfriend's channel, Metal Burb Reacts. Go check out their video for Bring Me the Horizon tier list. That's what inspired me to do this. Dude, Deftones is one of my favorite bands. I have to do this. This was gonna be the 1,000 sub special, but I had to do this, man. This is like my all-time favorite band of all time. So, I mean, that's a double positive. You can't go wrong. All time of all time. Come on, guys. All right. So before we begin, I want to let y'all know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, even though I don't do visual key reactions every single time I upload a reaction or a baby Mel reaction. I really appreciate everything you guys do for me. Just want to give a few shout outs to a couple channels before we begin. All right, so sorry, excuse me. All right, so I have channels on here that I am subscribed to that you guys need to check out. So these channels are known as Shadow Ryu, FYM Reacts, Knuckles X Reacts, Metal Burb, Lazy Music Reacts. It's a brand new one that's just came into fruition. It's him and his daughter react to videos all the time. They've been doing baby metal. Need to go react to all the bands that are placed below in my descriptions. Or need to go subscribe. Go subscribe to True Shot Official. And man, there's just so many guys that you need to check out. Sonically Disruptive. He's another new one that I've been watching. All right, guys. So, on the event of subscribing to his channel, man, they put a lot of hard work in to make sure you guys are entertained, man. I mean, it takes a lot of time to edit videos. I'm probably going to say it takes 3 to 5 hours just to edit one video for me, at least, because I want to make sure that it's pinpoint perfect to the core, because I am OCD, of course. But yeah, man, please go support Eder subscribers, go support Eder reactors. Anyone that does YouTube videos, man, go support them, please. Even if it's just clicking a red button, even just clicking the like button, go support them, because they work very, very hard on their videos to entertain y'all. All right, so a little quick history about 2 reactors that I'd like to call some of my best friends. Number 1 is FYM Reacts. He's the main reason I started this. Main reason. Because without him, I would be completely nowhere. Completely nowhere. This dude has helped me with video recording. He's helped me with audio recording. He's been a member of my Fight Star group on my old Facebook. That's how we met. I was literally one of the first 5 people on his channel to click his subscribe button. When he had 2 subscribers, 3 subscribers, I was there, man. I was there. I clicked on it instantly, because I know that it's more important to support your friends than it is to support someone that's, I don't know, has like 500,000 or like 5 million. I love James A. Janice from Dead Meat. I've actually commented on his stuff. I don't know if you've ever read it, but yeah, I love horror movies, guys. So another one I want to announce is Knuckles X Reacts. Another one of my recent friends that I've made. Super cool dude, man. I love his reactions, especially the Spirit Box reaction, blessed be, and the Seotaji reaction that he did. Knuckles Me and him actually talk on Instagram, and it's hard for him to get on Facebook and Discord. I've asked him, and he said he doesn't really believe in social media, so which I understand. It's no problem. But yeah, please go subscribe to those 2 channels. Those are my biggest supporters. And the third one, I know I didn't say there's gonna be a third one, but Shadow Ryu is up there as well. And they're one of my good friends. I'm looking forward to doing double reactions with all 3 of these channels, as well as Metal Burp, if I can, if he's not too busy, if they're not too busy. That'll be a triple reaction, so it'll be him, his girlfriend, and me. So yeah. Another channel that is off the topic of reactors would be The Troop Show. My neighbor. He is freaking hilarious. Go watch his videos. He does podcasts. He does comedy podcasts. You know, he does pop culture references and stuff like that, man. Go check that out, please. We're going to be doing 2 more reactions tonight. Actually, 3 more. Yeah, but obviously it's going to take me time to edit it. All right, guys. I think I've wasted enough time talking about that. Let's get on to my Patreon subscribers or Patreon supporters. Thank you to Glenn Mitchell, Maria Strand, FYM Reacts, Alvin Holmstrong, LSF Gaming, Yusef Salem, Dennis Sledge, and Charles Murphy. If you guys are interested in coming over to Patreon, click on the link below. I'm running out of breath here, guys. Sorry. As little as $1, man. $1 to help me out. I'm trying to get that DaVinci Resolve Studio. It's number 1. Literally number 1 for my next thing to get. All right, guys. So let's get on with this tier list, shall we? So, as you all know, the Deftones are one of my favorite bands of all time. So I'm going to put this stuff in order, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, guys. It is in order. Let's get started. All right, so like Linus, the very first Deftones release. This album is absolutely freaking amazing. The quality is not so good. I'm hoping that they're going to re-release this, but altogether, man, these songs are brutal. You got songs like Christmas, Gift, Some People, Answers, Like Linus A and B. You got the original demos for Root, Board, and Engine Number 9 and 7 Words on here. Dude, this album is absolutely brutal. Plus, you have one of the best songs of all time featured on The Crow of City of Angels, Teething. One of my favorite Deftones songs of all time. This album, to me, guys, it's not an S. The only reason I'm not going to put it as an S is because the fact that it's not, I don't listen to it every day, but it is definitely getting the A because this album is amazing, guys. This is the beginning of Deftones right here, the beginning. So, on to the next one. Adrenaline, man, an album I have listened to for countless ages, countless years. I've listened to this album since I was, what age? I would probably say that I've listened to Adrenaline a total of maybe 300 to 400 times in full. And I've been listening to it since I was the age of 13 or 14 years old. This album has almost every single song on this album is freaking complete gold. Adrenaline has songs like Root, Bored, Engine Number 9, 7 Words, Birthmark, one of my all-time favorites, 1 Week, another one of my favorites, Fire All. It has First, or Fist? I think it's First. Dude, this album is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Their very first studio recorded album. If you have not yet listened to this album, then please go to your Hot Topic, go to somewhere. Just go online. Go buy his album online, man. Go buy a physical copy of this album, because getting a digital copy of this just doesn't do it justice. Listening to it on Spotify doesn't do it justice, man. You need to get a physical copy and support this album because it's amazing. Alright, guys, next one. It's getting an S, by the way, because it is one of my all-time favorite Deftones albums. Around the Fur, another album that I've listened to a lot. I've listened to this album more than I've listened to Adrenaline. So automatically, I'm going to put this in an S because this is, dude, every single song on this album, I know up by heart the lyrics. Literally. I mean, it's got My Own Summer, it's got Labia, it's got Mascara, it's got Lotion on it, it's got freaking Be Quiet and Drive, it's got Around the Fur, it's got Die the Flu, it's got Head Up. It's amazing freaking album. Please go buy a physical copy of this because this is absolutely amazing. It's getting an S. Alright, so White Pony. White Pony gets a lot of fame for being a cliche album, but there's a lot of songs on here that people don't realize that are on here. My all-time favorite song on this album is Fight Hysteria. Absolutely love that song. Great way to begin the album. And then you come off with Changing the House of Flies. Amazing song. Super popular. It was on Queen of the Damned. Queen of the Damned is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I'm going to be putting this also as an S because I have listened to this album from front and back, literally almost freaking every day, man, every day. Korea is an amazing song, man. Check out Korea. Check out Teenagers, super haunting. Passenger with Maynard James Keenan. Amazing album, guys. Please go pick up a physical copy. Also getting an S. I'm going to be putting a lot of these on the S tier because, I mean, obviously, Deftones is my favorite band of all time. I can't even put... I don't even think if I can even put some of this in the D tier, guys. Honestly. Alright, so... now onto the Hexagram single. The reason I put the Hexagram single on here, and not any other single, is because this single is very special to me. This single features the original name of the self-titled album, and it's Lovers. The song Lovers is about two lovers that meet for the first time, and basically they are, lust overtakes them, and they're not right for each other in the end. And if you want to hear more, I actually have, I featured on my old Facebook, I featured basically what I thought about each album. I'll be going over that after we do this, what each album means to me. I'm sorry, guys, I stutter. I have a problem stuttering. I don't read scripts, but yeah. I'll be going over what the meaning of each album is, to me at least. Alright, so I'm going to put Lovers, or I'm going to put Hexagram single on there, the A tier, because I absolutely love the song Lovers. I kind of wish they would have stuck with naming this album, the self-titled album, Lovers. I'm sorry, guys, I can't even put this below an S, because this album, self-titled album, is one of the best Deftones albums of all time. It has songs like Bloody Cape, it has Hexagram, it has Minerva, it has Battle Axe, it has Death Blow, Mona, anniversary of an uninteresting event. The only thing that would put this below an S would be Lucky You, but that's still not enough for me to put it below an S, man. It's getting an S because it is definitely in my top 5 favorite albums in Deftones. Number 1's definitely Around the Fur. Alright, so on to B-sides and rarities. B-sides and rarities, man. Most people don't know this is even a Deftones album. And this album got a lot of hate because it has a lot of covers on it, but to be honest, man, this album's not bad. This album's pretty good, man. I haven't listened to it as much as I've listened to the other ones and the other singles. But I'm going to go ahead and put this as a B because I believe that this album deserves more. It deserves more respect than what it gets. Most people would put it at the D because it's not, it's technically not Deftones. It is, but they're covering songs. But it also has acoustic versions of Be Quiet and Drive, Digital Bath, and I forget the last one. what was the last one? Be Quiet and Drive Digital, Bath, and Change. Sorry, yes, Change. Dude, this album gets a lot of hate, man. It gets a lot of hate, so I'm gonna be putting it at the B. Honestly, this next one, honestly, guys, I remember the day that Diamond Eyes came out. I remember the day that the single Diamond Eyes released. I was in college. For graphic design. And, dude, I looked on YouTube because we were on break. We were at lunch. I looked on YouTube, and I was like, I was using Groove Shark at the time before Spotify was a thing. But yeah, dude, every single song with the exception of Sex Tape, I love on this album. I mean, I love Sex Tape, but not as much as I love freaking Royal, Diamond Eyes, Rocket Skates. You've Seen the Butcher, Risk, 976 Evil, another one of my top 5 favorite Deftones songs of all time. And it's amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. Go pick up a physical copy. Definitely getting the S. All right, next one. I kind of did it out of order. Sorry, guys. Saturday Night Wrist was before Diamond Eyes, but we're gonna do Saturday Night Wrist now. Saturday Night Wrist. I remember this is my very first Deftones concert I've ever been to, and my only Deftones concert I've been to was the release of SNW. This was in 2006 at the Family Values Tour, featuring Korn, Darren Gray, Flyleaf, Stone Sour, and Deftones. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing album. This is my buddy Scott's favorite album. I would put this as an S, but since it has the Konami code on it, the Konami code song, I'm not really a big fan of that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to throw this as an A. The reason being is because the Konami song, it's not appealing. But other songs like Rats, 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 Beware, Hole in the Earth, Combat, Kim Dracula, Riviere, Cherry Waves, Xerxes, one of my all-time favorite Deftones songs as well. It's getting the A because I still listen to it to this day. One album that I've really never gotten into was the covers album. The reason I'm going to be throwing this as a bottom of the bottom is because it's not original. I like to hear original stuff. If you guys are unaware, Chino, the lead singer, has 2 other bands that he's been in. He has Team Sleep, and he has Crosses. Crosses is unbelievable. So is Team Sleep, and also Palms is unbelievable. He has Palms as well. I forgot about that, guys, before you correct me in the comments. Alright, so I'm gonna be throwing this as a D because this isn't original, guys. It's not original. So to me, I like originals, and a lot of people are probably gonna disagree with me on this choice, but you can leave it in the comments below. Alright, Koino Yokon. Yes, that's how it's pronounced. This is Japanese. The Japanese meaning for this is basically 2 lovers that were destined to be together for all eternity. And they only met for a short time. So Koino Yukon is amazing. It's an absolutely amazing album. It has songs like Poltergeist, Rosemary. A lot of reactors are reacting to Rosemary. I've already heard it several times, guys. Several times. Amazing song. Goon Squad, amazing song. Tempest, Leathers, Entombed, another one of my favorite songs. It has Romantic Dreams, Swerve City. Dude, songs like this, Poltergeist. Dude, Poltergeist is so brutal. So I'm gonna be having to throw this in the B tier because, dude, altogether, man, I've listened to this album a lot, but not as much as these other ones. I've listened to these other ones way more. So this is getting the B for me, at least. Alright, so Gore. Gore gets a lot of hate, guys. A lot of hate. And most people would put it to D. But I'm going to go ahead and throw it at the C. The reason why is because it has Pittura Informante, on there, and one of my all-time favorite songs on this album, Rubicon. It has freaking Xenon, Gore, Hearts and Wires, Prayers and Triangles. It's an amazing album. Plus, it has Jerry Cantrell featured on Phantom Bride, which does the solo on the song. But it's not enough for me to put it as an S, an A, or a B. So I'm going to be throwing this as a C. The reason why, guys, is because it's not really true Deftones. It is, but it isn't. A couple quick things about the other albums. A few songs I forgot to mention. In White Pony, there was Digital Bath, amazing song as well. Korea, I think I already mentioned that. Yeah, Phytosaria, Street Carp, RX Queen. Yeah, guys, dude, please, every single album in the S and A tier, even in the B tier, go pick up, because you are not going to regret it. These albums are absolute masterpieces. Absolute masterpieces, dude. This is one of the best bands of all time, in my opinion. In my opinion, Deftones is the Pink Floyd of our generation. My generation is the 90s generation. I grew up in 89 and listened to bands like Korn, Deftones, Limp Bizkit, Sun Loco, 40 Below Summer, bands like that. All right, guys, so real quick. All right, so I'm going to go over what each album means to me and what I get from each album. All right, so I've already put this in the group in my old Facebook on Deftones Republic, so I'm gonna be saying it again. All right, let's hope I can do this if I can remember. All right, so Adrenaline. I'm gonna be putting these all in the S tier because it's easier for me. So one by one, I'm gonna be throwing them up there in order. One sec. All right, so this is what each album means to me, and like what I think that the artist, what I think that the guys were going through in phases. All right, so like Linus, guys, like Linus. All right, so imagine yourself just starting a band. You know, you get your buddies together, like, all right, let's jam, let's make some songs, but you don't have good studio quality equipment. To me, man, this is being a teenager. You know, obviously being a teenager, wanting to start a band, wanting to become popular, and then obviously going through some conflict with your family and stuff, running away from home and stuff like that. That's like Linus to me. All right, so Adrenaline. Adrenaline is being a, I'll probably say, 18 through 21-year-old rebelling, huge rebellion in this album, with the government, with your parents, everything, man. Just the lyrics, and basically going to do a bunch of drugs, going to have fun and party. This album's amazing. So yeah, that's what Adrenaline means to me. Next up, Around the Fur. Really simple, guys. Really simple. Partying, drugs, fun, experimenting with other people. It is one of the most brutalist Deftones albums out there. So this is just hardcore sex vibe, drugs, everything, you know. So I'm gonna be throwing that there. Next up, White Pony. White Pony is transferring into an adult, still doing drugs, getting into really hardcore drugs like cocaine, heroin, and stuff like that. Trying, experimenting. I believe the band was really getting into like the hardcore shit at this time, like, you know, the cocaine, the heroin, the strippers, the floozies, not the floozies, sorry, the groupies and everything. I feel like this is where they were gaining most of their popularity. So I think that this was also before they came out with Team Sleep. I think Team Sleep came first because I know that cocaine was a big influence on Team Sleep. All right, so yeah, that's White Pony. Next up, we have a single, but I'm not going to even do the single because the singles, I'm only going to focus on the albums, what they were dealing with at the time. So I'm going to be throwing that down there. All right, next album, self-titled. This is simply put, man, falling in love with the wrong person. Thinking that you're supposed to meant to be with this person, and in the end, you're not supposed to be with that person because they betray you. I think that's what this album is all about right here. This is what they were going through. B-sides and rarities, also, I'm not going to be including this one because it's not really a big influential album on the Deftones. Next up is Saturday Night Wrist. Saturday Night Wrist is going through a divorce. In my opinion, that's what it's about. So, yeah, Saturday Night Wrist would be going through a divorce, betrayal, heavy deceit. I know that the band at the time was going through a huge conflict, and I believe that some of the band almost disbanded during the making of this album. That's why it's a huge influential album for the Deftones. Sorry, Deftones. Don't say the Deftones, guys. Number one rule. All right, so next up, we have Diamond Eyes. Diamond Eyes, man. This album, to me, this album focuses on going back out, becoming a new you, taking the risk. I mean, there's a song called Risk in there. Prince is also on there. Amazing song. Taking the risk to go live life, to go meet new people. And finally, at the end of the album, This Place Is Death. I think it's dealing with depression as well. This album has a fact of dealing with depression. Now you've seen the Butcher. This Place Is Death. 976 Evil. I think that this really focuses on depression, but also taking risk in life. So Kuno Yokon. This album is the exact equivalent of self-titled, but it's meeting the right person. So it's falling in love, but meeting the right person. It has songs like Tempest. Tempest is the lyrics in Tempest amazing, absolutely amazing, guys. So yes, Kuno Yokon, falling in love with the right person, and marriage as well. Covers I'm not including because it's not a studio album. All right, now Gore. Gore, I think, focuses on becoming a married man, becoming an adult, and realizing that obviously Chino has kids, the other band members have kids, just realizing that they're becoming adults and realizing that the party phase is over. But I mean, it can still continue, but yeah. Gore, I think, focuses more on life itself. Look at it, guys. It's an evolution. You got teenager, young adult, 21 years old to 30 years old, and then you got your hardcore experimentation into drugs, into sex right here. You got Mona, you meet the wrong person, and betrayal, deceit. Betrayal, deceit leads into divorce. Divorce leads into the depression right here, the depression phase, Diamond Eyes. And finally, getting over your depression leads into meeting the right person and marriage and everything. And Gore is obviously focusing on building a family, having kids. This evolution is the reason that I listen to this band, because this band is a story. It's a complete story, guys. And you need to be a Deftones fan to realize this. If you're not a Deftones fan, you will not realize this. So any new reactor that is reacting to Deftones, please take time to watch this video and understand that this band is very, very unique with their lyrics and with their production. Every single album that they have brought out is completely different. Absolutely, completely different. It doesn't sound the same. That's why I love this band, and that's why this band is one of my favorite bands of all time. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below what I can do better for next time. Stay tuned because I have more reactions to come. And also, please go subscribe to FYM Reacts and Knuckles X Reacts. Also, Casper TV as well. Thank you guys. I'm out. Peace.